Guys, I think it's time we have the Patrick Mahomes conversation. Last year, Mahomes had what you can call a down year by his standards. But this year, he's just having a bad season. And with the way the offense is playing, I'm seriously worried about the Chiefs' chances of getting past teams like the Bills or Ravens, let alone going for a 3-peat. I just want to say this now. This is a very tough video to make because there's such a mythos about Patrick Mahomes that even the idea of trying to criticize him in a way, and it really just sits with you holy fuck, dude. But at the end of the day, the numbers are the numbers. The film is the film. And I'm sure by the end of the season, I'm not the only one who's going to be pointing out, hey, he's having kind of a down year right now. There are a lot of other great guys on YouTube like Brett Coleman and JT O'Sullivan, who I'm sure at some point are going to try to cover this topic as well. They're going to do a fantastic job of it. It's going to be very nuanced. But this is just our first swing at it, first chance at it. So do not kill us about it. We are trying to grow a community here on the RFL show. So please feel free if you disagree with me, if you think I'm being over the top here, or if you see what's going on with Kansas City's offense too, or you think it's something different than what I'm saying, please feel free, go down to the comment section, let me know what you think. I love to hear from you. I want to respond to you guys. I just want to hear what your thoughts are, what's your take on this situation with Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes and their offense, because it's kind of weird. I mean, one season, you can say, well, it's just a weird year. This is 2 in a row. I mean, this is clearly a trend right now that we need to, at some point, that needs to be addressed. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Again, please feel free to go down in the comment section. I know this is a tough topic to say. I know it's not going to be the most popular opinion in the world, but at least I'm sure I'm not going to be the only one that's identifying it and discussing it. But let's get into it. Now, there's one stat I think really captures the problem with Mahomes in this offense. And no, it's not his 8 touchdown to 9 interception ratio, which I'm recording this Monday before the game, so that might change, but as of right now. It's also not his 84.9 pass rating. It's actually the team's YAG numbers that have me the most concerned. So in this video, I'm going to explain how Mahomes himself is impacting it, why this one stat matters so much for the Chiefs, and what the team can do to fix this before it's too late. Statistically speaking, Mahomes is on pace for the worst season of his career. And here's the kicker. He's actually being pressured at the lowest rate in his entire career. So what's causing Patrick to post such bad numbers? Is Mahomes regressing? Honestly, it doesn't look like that to me. It does look like he doesn't fully trust what he's seeing out there. And I know that's crazy to say about a guy who was the best quarterback in the NFL. He's going to be in Canton someday. But when I turn on the film, that's just a glaring problem I'm seeing. He's clearly bailing from the pocket way too often, and it's leading to more trouble than success. When he gets the ball out in under 2.5 seconds or less, his EPA is actually +9 with a passer rating of 96.4. But when he holds on to the ball too long, his EPA falls to -8.1 and his passer rating drops to 73.9. What's causing him to bail so quickly from clean pockets though? To me, it seems like a trust issue with his receivers. Worthy has been plagued with drops, and Skyy is contributing nothing on offense. But I think there's a bigger problem going on, because even when you factor in his EPA and passer rating and all those situations, it's still not anywhere near the top 10. So it's not like he's being fantastic when he gets the ball out quickly either. And I think it goes back to that stat I mentioned at the top of the video, the yards after catch for the offense. That YAC number is the most important stat for the Kansas City Chiefs offense. Andy Reid's whole offensive system has always leaned heavily on yards after the catch instead of just relying on the deep pass. And I know that's tough to believe because you think Patrick Mahomes, you think the deep ball, Tyreek Hill, and so on and so forth. But here's a crazy stat for you. The last time Mahomes actually finished top 5 in deep passing attempts was actually back in 2019. By comparison, the Chiefs have never ranked lower than 3rd in YAC since Mahomes took over in 2018. Not a single time. Even last year, during what was considered a down year offensively, they still finished 1st in YAC by over 330 yards. And this year, they're ranked 13th. That's a huge drop. Their leading YAC receiver is still Rashee Rice, and he hasn't even played since week 4. And let's be real about it for a second. This team clearly needs Rice back in the worst way. He's by far their best YAC threat. But it doesn't help that they aren't getting any explosive plays from the deep passes either. Right now, Mahomes ranks 33rd in the NFL with just 3 completed deep passes all year. 3 passes completed, and none since they played the Chargers. When an offense isn't creating explosive plays from Yak or pushing the ball downfield, that's a massive problem. So what's the plan for this? What's the solution for the Chiefs here? How do we get Mahomes, how do we get this offense back on track, back to the explosive ways that they've always been? Well, the Chiefs made a move to trade for DeAndre Hopkins, obviously, which should help to a degree. I mean, now Hopkins isn't exactly like, some Yak machine. He hasn't really been that since 2020. But last season, he did lead the league in deep targets, so he can definitely help stretch that field a little bit there. And so far, Mahomes just hasn't been able to find a consistent deep threat connection with the guys they currently have. Hopkins could help change that. Bringing in at least the threat of a deep game back to this offense should help get Mahomes somewhat back on track. But is it enough? Is there something else the Chiefs can do to really get this offense back on track? Sometimes the best solutions in life are just the simplest ones. And in this case, Mahomes needs his younger receivers to actually step up while other players are hurt. Skyy Moore and Worthy are struggling with the worst catch percentages on the team, and it's affecting Mahomes' confidence in them. Worthy in particular is supposed to be their deep threat, but he's just not producing at all. This guy's run twice as many routes as Rice, but has fewer catches and only a fraction of the Yak. I mean, that's just unacceptable from your first round pick. Mahomes would also benefit greatly from getting Rice and Pacheco back on the field. Those guys are monsters in the open field. Not to mention adding Hollywood Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster to this offense should allow him to stretch the field again. So, yeah. In the summary, it's not just one problem with Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. It's a combination of the lower Yak numbers, the inconsistent deep connections, and apparent lack of trust in his receiving options. The Hopkins trade might be a step in the right direction, but it's not going to fix everything overnight. Chiefs fans, tell me what you think. I know it's again a tough topic to really discuss. Patrick Mahomes not being great right now, and so on and so forth. But what do you guys think? Can Mahomes in this offense turn things around? Are you seeing what I'm seeing, where it's a matter of him not trusting the young guys, and that's the issue? I really want to know your thoughts down in the comment section. Again, we're trying to build a community here at the RFL Show. We want to engage with you. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. It honestly helps us learn so much more than we could just on our own. But let me know, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more breakdowns. We'll see you in the next one.